Hey guys, Trolley here. Today I'm going to be talking about whether Stumble Guys is basically a copy of Fall Guys and how good of a game it is on its own. And recently, I don't know if you've been watching or playing, but they've been sponsored by Mr. Beast, I believe for the second time. And he's got a whole Mr. Beast mode and it changes every week and it's different maps and rewards. And I looked it up on Google Trends and you can tell that that has really boosted the impact of this game, the popularity, how much people like it, how much they play it, etc. And I looked up the release dates for Stumble Guys and Fall Guys, and here's the release date for Fall Guys. And then here's the release date for Stumble Guys. Now you can see that Stumble Guys came out just a month and a little bit after, and Google even says that it's a copy of Fall Guys, and I guess that it is, but it does have its own unique maps and modes that we'll go over a bit more later. You can see the end of the first round there and people dropping out. It's a very quick game, got a bunch of cool skins, choose your own name, bunch of maps and modes. Well, let's get into it. Now, generally, the first map you play is an obstacle course, and there are so many different obstacles. Some push you off, some push you back. Sometimes it's small platforms that are easy to miss and you fall off. Sometimes there's rising tides and they lower and come back. Sometimes there's lasers. Sometimes there's walls that block the way and you gotta wait. Sometimes there's moving, jumping puzzles. There's spinning, disappearing, tilting platforms. There's even Indiana Jones style boulders. I could go on for a long time. You see there's bombs here on the screen being thrown at us that make the ground disappear. There's all sorts of interesting stuff. Now, Fall Guys obviously has a bunch of very similar obstacles, and there's obviously some that are different, but I would say that overall it is quite similar. There are definitely a few game modes in this that aren't in the other and vice versa, but a lot of the obvious race to the top or obstacle course and that kind of thing are quite similar. Now, another similar thing between the two is like the maps, sounds, and colors. They're both, very childish, fun games, bright colors, happy music, lots of sound effects. And none of these are bad things. They're just a lot of similarities between the games, and they even have similar maps. Of course, just in general, a lot of their maps are go from point A to point B. There'll be some stuff that'll knock you around and whatnot. So a lot of that is similarities. But you can see this map right here, another map that Fall Guys also has. But I used to play it in Minecraft even like 10, 15 years ago. It was like there was gravel everywhere and you had a shovel. I forget what that was called, but that was lots of fun. But this is a nice change from the typical obstacle course, and it's nice to have this map feels like it's more skill based, and it's basically all these hexagons everywhere, and if you step on one it starts a little timer, a second or two before it disappears. So if you time it right, you can hang out on one, take a small little delay, go to the next one, and then you can really space yourself out and get the maximum amount of hexagons as possible. And so that's just what I'm doing here, slowly trying to use as little as I can, and then eventually I'll work down the platforms and just gotta wait out everyone else. And right there, it ends up that I ended up winning. Everyone else got taken out, so that was a great one right there. And that is one of my favorite maps, and yes, it is in Fall Guys as well, but it's just a very generic game mode, but it is so much fun, and I don't know, I love that one. And now I'm starting a new game, so this is the first round of that new game, and you can see here all the different characters with all the different skins, and you can see right there somebody was emoting, and there's all these customizable options. Last game I thought it was Black Chicken, but it's actually just called the Rooster, and this game you can see I'm playing a penguin. Not exactly the most detailed from the back, but I have a nice little attire going on. Right now you can see if you get hit by one of these things, you'll go into the little ramp or whatever you call it, conveyor belt that'll push you back, and here you're just dodging obstacles, trying to get the trampoline to get to the end, but sometimes you end up messing up, but you still have a decent chance unless it's the last round of the game and it's just first to the end wins. That's why I'm really happy when the last round of these games isn't just first one to the end. It feels a lot better and a lot more skill based. One thing to keep in mind that I maybe should have done before this video is I haven't actually played Fall Guys in maybe a year or two, but I did play it quite a lot for quite a while when it came out, and I have quite a few hours clocked on Steam. But this map is pretty cool. There's just a regular-ish obstacle at the start here, and then it quickly goes into a water slide. Now the water slide is so cool because there's shortcuts you can take if you jump out on a certain spot, or maybe using one of the speed boosts. And if you can do these little hops, I think bee hopping might be what it's called, and you can speed up actually, and I'm not doing it quite as efficiently as I could be here. And you can just see the guys here using the arrows and just getting even faster than I am. And there's all types of shortcuts. I've seen videos that are quite impressive, and they can even be hit by obstacles sometimes, like a hammer or something, to get hit forward and do these speed boosts. It's quite cool what some people are doing, but this map again is really nice and interesting to me. A couple different fails there, but almost didn't make it. But that map is so cool. It's not just an obstacle course, it's got these sliding, it's got things to dodge, there's these cool shortcuts. It's very interesting. It keeps it nice and light, and it's great. All right, let's see what's coming up next. All right, so here we have a new type of game mode. I don't believe Fall Guys has anything like this, or at least they definitely didn't when I played. And so this game mode, you can see all these little squares, and then there's a few that are not wood, but essentially if you fall in the water, you're out. And then bombs are being shot at us, and a bomb can knock you into the water. And when these bombs explode, the tile that they're on or touching or near will disappear. So right there you can see it knocked me almost right in the water, and then I jumped right on a bomb, but luckily it blew me onto the platform and I stayed in the game. That was almost the end of me right there. You can see someone got knocked in the water right there. But this is such a cool game mode. It's disappearing tiles, but it's randomly disappearing based on these bombs, which can also knock you in the water or just explode you into the water, or explode the platform at your feet into thin air. So another great game mode, I have to say. This game mode and the hexagon one where they disappear have to be my favorite, and then the water slides probably after, and then all the obstacle courses and stuff. And I don't even think I've played all the game modes yet. And right there you can see I was on a single little tile there, an island, so I had to jump away to a bigger one, but there are bombs flying out of everywhere. You see that person jumped and they slid right into the water, and I'm just seeing more and more bombs coming. There's a few of us left. I jumped to this, but then I'll jump back. There's a bomb there. There's a few different islands here. You can see that guy jumped and slid right in the water. And then I kind of learned from seeing these two that you will slide a bit on the wood, so you don't want to over jump and dive, that's for sure. Right here I'm left on one tile, and I could jump and dive to the left, but for right now, if there's no bomb near me, I will wait. And that one, luckily, it went far from me, but then it started floating to the one that I was jumping to and took one of them out. And now I am again being on an island of one, and I could again jump to that red one if necessary, but for the time being I will stay here. And I look around, there's only 2 people left, and this game mode is so much fun and it's so exciting until the end, and I'm like, oh, I'm done for. But luckily it rolls far enough away that it doesn't take out my platform, and I can see my enemy. One goes down there, and it's me and this last opponent, and I saw his island get taken out from under his feet, and he is donezo. Another quick W for me, and I get a currency for it. Now guys, please check out my Discord. We got lots of events and lots of people chatting, and please check out Cryptic's Discord. And I love you guys. Have a great day. Take care.